What if I told you that starting soon, you could keep every single dollar of your Social Security check with zero taxes taken out? And it's already been signed off by President Trump. That's exactly what's making waves right now. And for nearly 70 million Americans who rely on Social Security, this is not just political noise, this is money in your pocket every single month. So on August the 14th, the 90th anniversary of Social Security, Trump signed a proclamation saying seniors don't have to pay taxes anymore on their benefits. And while some headlines have exaggerated this, the truth is that parts of this are already in law, and the changes could be bigger for your budget than you actually think. So stick with me, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to break down exactly what this means for you, when you might see the changes, who qualifies, and how to prepare for the ripple effects that no one's talking about. But first, let's clear something up. A proclamation isn't the same as a law. The signing itself doesn't magically change your tax bill overnight. But this wasn't just empty symbolism. Trump used it to highlight that a broader bill, nicknamed the One Big Beautiful Bill, has already eliminated federal income taxes on Social Security benefits for millions of seniors. So here's the immediate takeaway. If you currently have to set aside 10%, 12%, or even 20% of your benefits for federal taxes, well, that amount could soon drop to zero. So for a senior getting $1,800 a month, that's easily $180 to $300 back in your pocket every month, or over $2,000 more per year. And yes, this applies to benefits that you're already receiving. No need to reapply, no complicated paperwork. Once it's implemented fully, well, the difference shows up in your monthly deposit. So the Treasury and the IRS are now adjusting withholding tables and payment systems. Now, insiders say the earliest seniors could see a no tax deposit is January 2026, though some states may take a little longer if they also tax Social Security. And here's an important point. This change only applies to federal income tax. If your state taxes Social Security, well, you could still see a smaller deduction unless your state government passes a similar exemption. Right now, there are 10 state tax some Social Security benefits. So if you live in one, well, your relief may be partial but still significant. The other factor is income limits. Now, for now, this tax elimination is aimed at middle and lower income seniors. So if your combined income is high, meaning Social Security plus wages, pensions, or investments, well, you might still see some taxation, though less than before. So part of this is pure politics. Remember, it happened on the 90th anniversary of Social Security, and that brought maximum attention. Trump has been framing himself as the president who will protect and renew the program, especially for seniors who are a key voting bloc for him. Now, it also ties into two other ideas: his proposed Doge dividend, which would return savings from government spending cuts back to taxpayers, and Senator Josh Hawley's American Worker Rebate Act, which would send tariff-funded checks to every adult and child. Now, whether those ideas pass or not, they build the narrative that his administration is finding extra money to give back to households. Now, here's the upside. This is essentially a permanent raise for retirees. If you've been living on a fixed income, $200 or more extra per month can cover groceries, utilities, or even part of your prescription costs without having to cut elsewhere. You could also use it strategically. For example, if you have a mortgage or a credit card balance, you could put every penny of this tax savings towards paying it off faster, and that will reduce your long-term interest. But as always, here's the catch. Removing tax revenue from Social Security's funding could speed up the trust fund's projected shortfall. Now, current estimates already suggest insolvency by mid-2030. Some analysts say this change could push that date closer unless new revenue sources or spending cuts are found. Now, that means in the long run, future benefit cuts could still be on the table. And remember, Congress controls the program's long-term fate, not just the White House. So the next few years will be critical in determining whether this short-term win actually translates into lasting security. So, my financial warriors, just before we take a deeper dive, as always, it's imperative you hit like button and subscribe so that you get notified the minute we produce another game-changing video that helps your financial situation. And I promise it will help and you will appreciate it. So buckle up and let's take a deeper plunge. So now you know this extra money is coming, my advice is to start planning now. First, check if your state taxes Social Security. If it does, see if local lawmakers are considering a repeal. Some states have repealed the tax in election years due to public pressure, so your voice could absolutely matter. Second, look at your monthly budget and earmark that extra cash before it even arrives. For example, if you get $200 more, maybe $100 goes to paying down debt and $100 goes into savings or an emergency fund. So treating it as extra spending money is tempting, but using it strategically, well, that can multiply its value over time. Now, third, if you have multiple income sources, my advice is to talk to a tax professional right now. In some cases, shifting retirement withdrawals to different months or accounts could put you below the threshold for any remaining taxes, meaning you could still keep 100% of your Social Security tax-free. And finally, finally, think about inflation. An extra $2,000 a year is great, but prices are still rising. Locked in fixed rate bills where possible or prepaying for services could help stretch that new income even further. So Trump's proclamation and the elimination of federal taxes on Social Security benefits isn't just a headline, it's a pocketbook issue. For many retirees, it's the difference between choosing which bills to pay and being able to cover them all. But it's also a reminder Social Security's finances are still fragile. So enjoy the extra cash, but stay informed because the decisions made over the next few years, well, they'll determine whether these benefits remain intact for decades to come. So, what do you think? Is a short-term relief worth the potential long-term risks? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because this affects all of us. So whether you're collecting now or you're planning for the future, and if you found this breakdown helpful, just hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next update that could change your financial life. And in the meantime, have a great day, my friends, and I'll see you on the next one.